Ranks in the armed forces are fundamental to maintaining order, discipline, and efficiency. They signify a clear hierarchy and chain of command, which is essential in military organizations where coordinated action and obedience to orders can be a matter of life and death. Ranks in the Indian Armed Forces signify not only an individual's experience and authority, but also the responsibilities they shoulder. The hierarchy ensures that orders are carried out efficiently, morale is maintained, and operational effectiveness is achieved. Whether on land, in the air, or at sea, the ranks within these branches contribute to the nation's security and defense in their unique ways. Ranks in the Indian Armed Forces are classified into three categories. 1. Commissioned ranks. 2. JCOs, Junior Commissioned Ranks. 3. NCOs, non-commissioned or other ranks. Commissioned officers hold leadership positions and are responsible for commanding and leading troops. As officers progress through the ranks, their responsibilities and scope of command increase. Commissioned officers are trained extensively in leadership tactics, specialized skills, and planning and executing military operations. Cadets who successfully pass out from different academies are given the rank of lieutenant in the Indian Army, sub-lieutenant in the Indian Navy, and flying officer in the Indian Air Force. This is the first rank given to any commissioned officer. For Army, the insignia includes 2 5 golden-pointed stars on the shoulder. For Navy, the insignia includes 1 golden stripe with 1 loophole. For Air Force, the insignia includes black and white stripe. Next rank is Captain in the Indian Army, and the insignia includes 3 golden stars on the shoulder. Lieutenant in the Navy, and the insignia includes 2 equal golden stripes with a loophole. Flight Lieutenant in the Air Force, and the insignia includes 2 equal black and blue stripes. Next rank is Major in the Indian Army, and the insignia is the golden national emblem. Lieutenant Commander in the Navy, and the insignia is 3 golden stripes with 1 loophole. The middle stripe is thinner compared to the other 2. Squadron Leader in the Air Force, and the insignia is 3 black and blue stripes. The middle stripe is thinner compared to the other 2. Next rank is Lieutenant Colonel in the Indian Army, and the insignia is 1 golden star and the national emblem. Commander in the Navy, and the insignia is 3 equal golden stripes with 1 loophole. Wing Commander in the Air Force, and the insignia is 3 equal black and blue stripes. Next rank is Colonel in the Indian Army, and the insignia showcases the national emblem placed above 2 5-pointed stars. Captain in the Navy, and the insignia is 4 equal golden stripes with 1 loophole. Group Captain in the Air Force, and the insignia is 4 equal black and blue stripes. The next 3 ranks are 1-star ranks. Brigadier in the Indian Army, and the insignia consists of the national emblem positioned above 3 5-pointed stars arranged in a triangular formation. Commodore in the Navy, and the insignia is 1 thick golden stripe with 1 loophole. Air Commodore in the Air Force, and the insignia is 1 thick black and blue stripe. Next 3 ranks are 2-star ranks. Major General in the Indian Army, and the insignia is golden cross-baton with 1 golden star. Rear Admiral in the Navy, and the insignia includes a crossed baton and saber and national emblem. Air Vice Marshal in the Air Force, and the insignia is 2 strips of black and blue, and lower strip is thicker than the upper one. Next 3 ranks are 3-star ranks. Lieutenant General in the Indian Army, and insignia showcases the national emblem positioned above a crossed baton and saber. Vice Admiral in Navy, and the insignia is 3 stars in triangular formation, baton, national emblem with saber. Air Marshal in the Air Force, and the insignia is 3 strips of black and blue, 1 thicker at the bottom and 1 thinner at the top. Next 3 ranks are 4-star ranks. General in the Indian Army, and the insignia is national emblem positioned over a 5-pointed star, placed above a crossed baton and saber. Admiral in the Navy, and the insignia is 4 stars, cross baton, national emblem, and a saber. Air Chief Marshal in the Air Force, and insignia is 4 black and blue strips, The lower one is the thickest and the other three at the top are thinner comparatively. These three ranks are given to the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, and the Chief of Air Staff. Next three ranks are 5-star ranks in the Indian Armed Forces. And these three ranks are the highest in hierarchy. It's Field Marshal in the Indian Army, and the insignia consists of the national emblem placed over a crossed sword and baton, encircled by a lotus blossom wreath. It's a matter of immense pride for one to be promoted as Field Marshal. There are only 2 Army generals till date who has been promoted to this rank. The first Field Marshal is Sam Manekshaw, and the second one is Kodandra M. Cariappa. In the Indian Navy, it's Admiral of the Fleet, and the insignia is 1 thick yellow stripe at the bottom and 4 thin yellow stripes with 1 loophole above it. There is no any officer in the Indian Navy so far who has been promoted to this rank. And in the Indian Air Force, it is Marshal of the Indian Air Force, and the insignia is 1 thick black and blue stripe at the bottom and 4 similar strips above it, which are thinner comparatively.
Arjan Singh is the only officer in the Indian Air Force who has been promoted to the rank of Marshal of the Indian Air Force till date.
Officers holding 5-star ranks are permitted to don their uniform after their retirement till death and are considered as serving officers. Note, CDS, which is Chief of Defense Staff, is a 4-star rank general or equivalent officer from Air Force or Navy. So far, we have learned about the ranks of the commissioned officers. Next, let's check out the junior commissioned officer's rank. Naik Subadar in the Indian Army, and the insignia is red and yellow stripe with a golden star. Chief Petty Officer in the Indian Navy, the insignia is lotus blossom wreath with an anchor, and junior warrant officer in the Indian Air Force. The insignia is Garuda bird and a national emblem. Next comes Subadar in the Indian Army. The insignia is 1 red and yellow stripe and 2 stars. Master Chief Petty Officer 2nd Class in the Navy. Insignia is 1 yellow stripe and lotus blossom wreath with an anchor. Warrant Officer in the Air Force. Insignia is 1 Garuda bird and a national emblem on top of a black and blue stripe. The highest rank given to a junior commissioned officer is the Subadar Major in the Indian Army. Insignia is red and yellow stripe and the national emblem. Master Chief Petty Officer 1st Class in the Navy. Insignia is 2 golden stripe and lotus blossom wreath with an anchor. Master Warrant Officer in the Air Force. Insignia is 1 Garuda bird and a national emblem on top of a thick black and blue stripe. Non-commissioned ranks or other ranks. The first rank, the lowest, that is given to an NCO is Sepoy in the Indian Army, Aircraftsman in the Air Force, and Seaman 2 in the Navy. Next comes Lance Naik in the Indian Army, Seaman 1 in the Navy, LSC, leading aircraftsman in the Air Force. After that comes Naik in the Indian Army, leading seaman in the Navy, corporal in the Air Force. The highest rank given to an NCO is Havildar in the Army, petty officer in the Navy, and sergeant in the Air Force. The insignia of all the other ranks can be seen on the screen. So, guys, this is all about the ranks and comparison of all the 3 services of the Indian Armed Forces. I guess this video was inspirational and also knowledgeable. So please like, share, and subscribe my channel. See you in another defense video. Take care.
Jai Hind.